All right, it's been a while since I did a video. Let's do one right now. So, I haven't done a video for a while because, well, I've been occupied on other. I can't speak. I've been occupied on other things. Also, there hasn't been much movement in the markets. And what I mean by that is it's just pretty much been going upwards very steadily. This probably isn't the best market to look at. Let's look at Germany. Let's go to the daily. So after this big drop, right, we've had this steady push up, which started from big push up, even bigger push up, and this I am considering a secondary push to this first push. The issue here with this secondary push is it hasn't ended yet. Let me clear this up. I don't consider this a pullback. It's not deep enough. So essentially, waiting for a pullback to at least this level. I mean, this is an interesting level to have a pullback. It potentially can come even lower to perhaps here, or as low as here. It's way too early to say. But this would be an obvious level for a pullback, right? I don't consider this to be the pullback because it's not deep enough. It's too shallow. If the pullback were to come down to here, I would want to see more of sort of like an inability to continue to go upwards. In other words, if we get a range, right, around about here, then I can say with more confidence that, okay, this move up has officially ended because of this range. But we don't have that just yet. Instead, what we have is just a continuous slight move upwards. You can see it's slowing down, right? So what I want to see, and not only slowing down, but actually turning. So again, when it does come down, this will be an obvious level for a pullback, which will most likely go slightly lower. But we can cross that when we get to it. And if we have a look at the hourly, again, nothing's really set up for a move downwards. So what I want to see, so where's that level I talked about? It's the 15,500, right? Yep. So here, 15,500. Let's go to the hourly. And let's mark it on here, 15,500. So from way back there, right, we've had prices come up all the way to the point where it is now. What I want to see on this time frame is a clear sign that there's an inability to go upwards. This is interesting, but it's not clear enough. If we have a sharp push down that breaks this level, then I'll mark that as, okay, that's a clear sign. And once we have that clear sign, it'll be a case of continue to monitor this and see whether or not buyers are unable to go past the point where we have that clear sign, the point where the clear sign started. Once we have that checked, I can say, okay, we're going down pretty soon, and we can go into the 15 minutes time frame to get a more finer look. At the moment, there's no point in going into the lower time frame. It's certainly no lower than the hourly because we don't yet have that clear sign. The clear sign will be most likely a big push down, right? It will be very distinct, like boom, something like this, and it will show that yes, it's a sign that sellers are here. It's a sign that sellers are here, and it will most likely go slightly lower than where the previous buyer started from. So in this case, these guys right here. And on a lower time frame, you'll see that it's actually an SNR. So that's what I want to see. It's, I think, clearer on Germany. Okay, so this is a clear sign, but it's not appropriate for this market. What I mean by that is, it's, when I say this is a clear sign, I mean something like this. On this market, it's not actually the sign that I'm looking for, because we're still going upwards, right? This is just a pull back to go upwards even more. The clear sign will be if it happened again, breaking this level, the most recent higher low. At the moment, yeah, see, on this market, we've had a the US, man, those guys, they're very odd. It's very exaggerated. What I mean by those guys, I mean the players in the US market. Yeah, I'd want to see something come to at least this level again. So if we have something like this happen again, ideally this level, but I'll settle for this level and analyze once we have that clear sign. But yes, a clear sign will be what I'm looking for next. Wall Street isn't the most appropriate. I think FTSE. Let's have a look at FTSE. Okay, FTSE is quite a good market to look at. It's very gentleman-like. We've had that push up. Yeah, see, if we have a clear sign on this market, I want to see that they're able to take out this level. So if the prices come to at least here, preferably this line, then we can say, okay, we have a clear sign, and at that point it'll be a matter of monitoring it and ensuring that prices don't go past the level of where the clear sign started from. Yeah, this is a good market to look at. I think Germany is probably the best market out of the three, because it's I think clearer to view. FTSE as well, but FTSE is lagging slightly behind Germany. Germany seems to be the one leading the move. So looking at Germany, if we get a clear sign in Germany, then we can say, okay, if we can see it clearly in that market, potentially we can zero in on this market and have a closer look. So we have this push up, and then look at this exaggerated move. It's even more exaggerated in Wall Street, in the US market. But yeah, look at this secondary move compared to this first move. The ultimate level will be down here, right, for prices to come down to, but it's got a long way to go, because on this market you can see it hasn't bent. It's sort of like just went up, whereas in the German market it's bent a little bit more, and especially on the 4 hourly you can see the bend start to happen, especially from here. All right, you can see that, yep, there's something going on. And then when you go down to the hourly, it's even more clear. So we just need to see, oh, this is interesting. We just need to see a clear sign. This is very interesting because prices have come up there before, and have been shot down, and that's where prices are now. Okay, this could be an area where we get the clear sign, potentially, although these guys are coming up stronger, or have come up stronger than these previous guys. So I'd be interested in seeing what happens at this level. Let me draw that better. Yeah, at this level, what I'd like to see, and I'm fully aware that markets won't just produce this, but let's just map this out. We have this push up. What I'd like to see is something like that, and then this will tell me, okay, it's game time. Especially if we see it on this market first, we can use this as a strong correlation to what's happening or what's likely to happen in other markets. And other markets in this case, my preference will be Germany. FTSE will be number 2. Wall Street is just too extreme for my liking. Let's see if we can, yeah, see the previous, what happened previously hasn't, in Germany, really hasn't correlated to here. The push down in Germany hasn't really correlated to here. So although it's interested in that market, it's less so on this market. That's another reason why this wouldn't be my preference. It was right about there, right? We had the big push down. Excuse me. We had the big push down, but prices came back even stronger, which kind of cancelled that out. So let's see what prices do around about here. But yeah, this one I'd stay away from because it's still got a long way to go before the turn. Whereas on Germany, I think the turn can happen quicker, I should say. Yeah. So Germany, first move is down here. Now, once we make this move, let's go into the daily. We can, once we have that move, we can then say, okay, we've had this push down, which means this is officially over. And we can say the secondary move to this first move is all of this, wherever it ends. And because we have all of this from a bigger scale or time frame point of view, what we'll be looking at is a third push up, which ideally will be a lot smaller than this secondary push. But all of that is weeks away by my estimation. It's amazing how slow markets move when there's nothing going on. Because I see this taking weeks to unfold. So we've had several weeks of this secondary move. Once it ends, we'll then need a further several weeks of the third move. And assuming it's shorter than this secondary move, we can say, okay, we're getting ready to turn on this time frame, i.e. make a move down here again, or make a move 2 down here again, potentially going even lower. But that's way down the line. That's like months away, because on this time frame we need a bend that starts from here and bends all the way like that. Whereas on the lower time frame, the bend is just pertinent to this right here, specifically the 15,500 level, right? So yeah, right about there. That's the level we're looking for initially, if not lower. What I mean by that is the sellers, when they come down, remember I mentioned it earlier, the 15,500 level. Once that happens, we can then go for the third leg. All right, I'll leave it there for now. I'm not sure whether or not I'll have another video during the week. It really depends. Right now there isn't much to say. It's just a matter of waiting for that big statement from the sellers. So if something interesting happens this week, if it does, I think it will most likely be towards the end of the week. But if something interesting does happen, then I'll make a video. Otherwise, it'll most likely be a video for the following week. So I'll have a video next weekend for the coming week. But for now, I'll leave it there for now, and we have more videos as something interesting happens. All right, bye for now.